everyone, and welcome to the Member Solutions Business Tip of the Week. This is the video where we'll be giving you one new way each week to keep your members happy, save time, and grow your business. I'm Miranda, and I'll be your host for today's episode. And today we'll be talking to Kristen Kurtoval, our Client Success Manager, about online sign-up forms and all the ways that you can use them in your business. During today's conversation, we'll be mainly focused on martial arts and fitness businesses, but what we're talking about can be applied to a lot of different industries. So tune in regardless of which industry you operate in. Hi, Kristen.
Hey.
How's it going? Good. Thanks for joining me. And talking a bit about Event Manager and online sign up with everyone. I think we'll just go ahead and get started with these questions. We wanted to talk about online sign up today because Member Solutions does have a product called Event Manager. It's a software product that allows you to create online registration forms, to collect signups and process payments. So the first question that we'll start off with, just to give everyone a feel for what online registration is and what Event Manager does, could you tell maybe what you like best about Event Manager, some of your favorite features?
Sure. Event Manager is actually my favorite product that we have. It's been around for over 15 years, and so it's kind of evolved. I've watched it evolve the whole time I've been here with Member Solutions. Apart from the reason why it's actually my favorite is because it's very easy to use. Generally speaking, for basic form, you could have it set up within about 15 to 20 minutes. And the uses for Event Manager are really endless. I know the name is Event Manager, so common misconception is, oh, I got to be hosting an event to use it. But you can actually use it for a lot of different things, and I think that's why I like the most. Is it's easy to use, and it just has tons of possibilities.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about what some of those possibilities are. So what are some of the most common ways that you see businesses using Event Manager?
I would say within the fitness and martial arts industry, the most common uses are summer camps, tournaments, events such as like community events, parents' night out, things of that sort. We see a lot of that, generally speaking, but it is very seasonal, the usage. So this time of year, we'll see a lot of fall events, and kind of the back end of the summer days. Going a little bit further, we'll start seeing anti-bully seminars as we get closer to October for National Bully Prevention Month, and of course Halloween. And towards the Christmas months, we see more like Christmas events, potlucks, things of that sort. And then it ramps right into my favorite time of year, starting your summer camps and promoting your summer camps. So about late February, early March, we'll see a lot of those rolling out.
Okay, awesome. So it sounds like it's pretty much, if you have an annual event calendar going, or even if you don't, this is a great way to get that going. Yeah, awesome. Mm-hmm. So those are your more stereotypical events, what you think of as you're hosting events. But what are some of the unconventional ways that you've seen online sign-up used?
There's really been some wacky things over the years where you kind of sit there and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's smart. Some of the common uses within fitness and martial arts industry, I would say, unconventional uses would be more like exit surveys, suggestion forms. We even have clients who use it to, they host like pay-per-view events for the UFC fights at their schools. And what they'll do is they'll use it to sell tickets for the events. And it's just easy to just throw a form together and put it up there. But that's probably the more unique ways I've seen used in the martial arts and fitness industry.
Yeah, that's great. So even those things like surveys and feedback that are so important but often get overlooked, this sounds like a great way to just, create your form and have it there handy when you need it. That's awesome.
Sure. And you can have ongoing settings on it too, so you don't necessarily have to have an end date. So that's why it's super handy for things like surveys or suggestions or birthday parties.
Perfect. That's great. What are maybe some of the ways that you wish people would use online sign up or event manager more in their businesses?
The thing, if I see it could be used for most commonly, is probably for summer camps. I see a lot of people on Facebook, they'll put up their ad and they'll say, hey, call me to register. And people could actually just click a link and register right there instead of calling, using up their staff time and their resources, chasing them down for forms and payment. And really, you could set up a pretty complex summer camp registration form in maybe about a half an hour, publish it, and push that same registration link out through so many different avenues, email, social media, things of that sort. And the other reason why I think I would like to see people use it more for summer camps is because we have this function that's called split pay within Event Manager, and that allows somebody to register for high ticket items and then split it up into multiple payments. So if you have somebody who maybe would sign up only for one summer camp because they have to pay for everything up front, they can't really afford more than the average about $150 to $175 for 1 week of summer camp. With split pay, if you start launching your campaigns late February, and that's why we see this commonly with a lot of our Event Manager users, late February, early March, we can enable split pay on your account, and you can set it up so that way it can be more affordable because they'll be able to split it up into multiple payments. I mean, if you're launching it that early, they can usually split it up into 2 or 3 monthly payments, which means that this person who probably would have only registered for 1 week can now register for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, or maybe register other kids that they might not have registered. So it really does provide you with the ability to increase your enrollment fees for things like summer camp and all of that other stuff by giving people more time and allowing the flexibility. And the other super cool thing too is you can dictate with split pay what that ticket price is before it offers them to split it up. So if you say, hey, if somebody wants to register just for 1 week of summer camp, we're not going to offer them to, we're not going to offer to split up the payment. But if somebody registers for a ticket price that's higher than $150, sure, allow them to split it up into this many payments. And you can even, it's really cool because you can even dictate if you wanted to charge them a surcharge for those payments or not. So it gives you a lot of control and a lot of flexibility at the same time.
Yeah, that's great. That sounds like a great way to, offer more flexibility that will attract more people then, and allow your summer camp to maybe get filled a little bit sooner so that you know that it's filled, you're going to have a successful summer, which can really be give you peace of mind. That's awesome.
Yeah, and with the flexibility of the fields, like the capacities, the wait lists, the dependent fields, you can really drill things down. It's not like most event registration software where you're just throwing something into a cart. It doesn't function that way at all. It really does allow you to kind of filter things down and make sure that you're presenting the options that's right for that user. And it really does take the guesswork out of it for them.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I wanted to go back to something you said earlier about putting events on Facebook, because I wanted to clarify. We talked about this before, and the idea is not that you wouldn't promote on Facebook. Of course you would, but you want to be able to direct them to an easy page where all the event information is clearly laid out, including, for summer camps, you're talking about things like liability and waivers and emergency contact information. You don't want to do that on Facebook. You can't do it on Facebook, really. And like you said, if you're getting a phone call, that's a lot for a staff member to have to go through, and it's tough to go through on the phone. So the idea is
It really is.
there's a spot for that,
And a lot
you
of
can
times,
advertise on Facebook
yeah,
all you want.
exactly.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
And a lot of times too, what they're registering for these events or they're thinking about it, it might be after the kids have gone to bed or something like that, and it's later at night, and you might not be open, or you might be in a late class. And then when you have the opportunity to call them back, of course, they're probably at work. So now it's like, it delays it, and then it starts setting in the thought process of, oh, okay, well, maybe I gotta start looking for another option. Maybe this is not a good option for us, where they could have just registered and it could have been done and over with, and they can even share the link, which is even better, so there's just, it's a good experience for a consumer, and it's a good experience for martial arts and fitness business owners.
Totally agree. And I was going to say, we ended the conversation talking a lot about summer camps, but I think all of that applies to any type of event. You go through the same thought process. Any consumer buying tickets or signing up for an event has that same thought process of weighing your options and needing to put in all the right information, and really, you have to go through that whole decision-making process before you pull the trigger on making that payment. So making it as easy as possible is really important for the business owner to think about. Awesome. Well, I want to ask just one last question before we go. Do you have any ideas for fall events that, if people don't have anything on their calendar right now, maybe things they should think about over the next couple of months?
Well, it's that back to school season.
Yep.
So if you haven't already, you should start looking for ways that you can engage your school systems and be part of any open houses or anything like that they may have available. And those are good opportunities to capture information, or perhaps get people to sign up for a future event of yours. Oh, okay, well, we're here at the open house, but guess what? We're going to have this free seminar coming up in October for Bullet Prevention Month, and we want you guys to join. You want to sign up today? And you can have them sign up right on the spot.
That's awesome. All right, thank you. I think that's a lot for everyone to think about, a lot of good tips. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. This, again, has been your Member Solutions Business Tip of the Week. We're going to be doing this every week, giving you a new way to engage your members, increase your revenue, save time, and grow your business in a lot of different ways. And keep in mind, if you want to learn more about online sign-up forms, event registration, and the tools that Member Solutions offers, you can get in touch with us. Feel free to send us a Facebook message to Member Solutions, and we'll respond to you there. Or you can check us out at membersolutions.com at any time. All right, and we will see you next week. Kristen, thank you so much for all the advice.
Hey, my pleasure. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.